don't even know if you can see the snow falling behind me. I'm hoping you can, because the flakes are pretty big right now and they're collecting in my hair. Awesome. Yeah, we're here to see if I can grab some stuff for my pin. Okay, see you later. Hello my fellow adventurers, this is Sarah with the Nihon Bound Adventures channel, and today we are going to do a pin test on one of the pins that I found on how to create a wolf tail. When I went over to the website, it actually had a link to a foxtail, and fun fact about me is I have a secret obsession with foxes. They are my favorite animal. If you watched my first pin test with the concealing tattoos, you would have seen a little wooden fox thing on the desk. That's actually something that my youngest sister Annie gave me, so it's really special. But anyway, foxes are a secret obsession, so I figured instead of a wolf tail, like the pin actually had, I'm gonna do a foxtail. So first thing, you're gonna need yarn. For fox, I got 3 colors. I got this multicolored one, a cream, and a deep red. Doesn't match my hair though. So then you're gonna need a pet brush. Now I went to Marshall's to get my pet brush. So I have it here. This was $5 over at Marshall's. It's the professional one. The pin said that if you get one like this that has many bristles, it'll make your life a lot easier. And then when I was over at Marshall's, I found this little guy. And I couldn't resist. Oh my gosh, it's a little fox. It's so cute. Anyway, this is $10 over at Marshall's. And it's, I didn't even know what it was. I was just like, $10? Fox? Mine. But I love how it's like all owls except for the fox. I should get my sister one. My sister Casey has an obsession with owls, so anyway, apparently this is a heatable thing that you can stick in the microwave and heat, and it has French lavender inside. I don't even know how to use it or what it's for, but it's cute. It's cute. I mean, look at that. That's freaking adorable. So I got that. So I'm going to read the pin really quick and I'll check in with you soon. This pin takes hours to do, so I plan on watching movies while I do it because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do this without going absolutely insane. Anyway, see you later. Bye. Hello. So I am redoing the very beginning footage just because it was so dark when I was going to start editing it, so I'm gonna redo it all. I've also decided that I'm gonna make 2 more of these little foxtails for the kids that I teach over at my church. So, yay! My back is gonna be so sore from doing this for them, but they are amazing and I love them, and if it makes them happy, then okay, I can deal with it. So, easy way of, just because with the first one, it was kind of hard making that loop, especially after you've already done all of those steps. So I've actually come up with a way to make it a whole lot easier for when you are all done. So, here's one of the starts of the ones I'm doing. I'm adding some little green bits in there, but you see here, the loop is already completed and it's braided. So, I'm going to do one all over again. That way you guys can see it with me. So, you decide the length that you want. So let's say I want my length of the tail to be this big. You want to add a couple more inches just for the extra loop in the braid. And then you double that. So, this is the amount that I would need to cut it at. Scissors. So let's go ahead and get it right there. And then you would do 5 more at that length. So pretty loose knot. And so just at the end. And then you braid this. You don't have to braid it all the way. I'm going to loosely get this tied around my tripod and then start braiding it. You want near the middle to be a very tight braid, but everything else you can leave at a loose braid. So I'm doing a loose braid here. Right, now here's the middle part, so I'm gonna tighten it up, and you guys can't see it. There we go. There you can see it. I'm tightening up the braid here. Loosening it up again because it doesn't need to be too tight. And I'm not going to bother finishing it. So untying there. So roughly the middle is right here. Then once you got that done, then you can undo this knot at the end that you had done at the very beginning because it no longer matters. And then voila. You have a nice tight braid here for the loop, and everything else is a loose braid. So we're going to take another piece of yarn from the skein. I like it to be kind of long. Then you kind of pinch where you want the loop to end, so I want mine to end there. And then I'm going to knot it really tightly. Like that, and then you're gonna take the small end, because I make a long and a small end, take the small end and just wrap it around like that, so you're kind of making a noose, and then wrap the long one, that way you kind of hide the small bit, and then once you get about that much done, kind of leave a gap, so you go around your finger like this, and then make a knot. Like this. Don't worry about that little bit there. And now we're gonna undo the braids on both sides. You're left with 12 little pieces of hanging things. So at that point you can then separate them into 4. And then take the small bit there and just kind of include it with one of your guys, one of the little sections, and then just start braiding. Then once you're done braiding, you're gonna get something like this, and you want to knot it and then leave a good bit left unbraided. So usually the braid goes about that here, so from here and then the extra yarn. So after you've attacked the end with your pet brush, it's going to look like this, and sort of, only more frizzier, and then you put a hair straightener to it and voila, you got that. Now you can start your work on the rest of it. So for instance, this one has one section on it already, so here's the original part, then this is one of the sections, and you just knot it on above the original knot. So here's the original knot, so you knot it above that, and then you just kind of comb it over. This one is a little bit longer than the original, which is fine, and then you just keep doing that, rotating the tail. I do my knots pretty tight, that way when you're done it actually feels like a spine, and then the little section of the braid that from up here, from the loop, will just be camouflaged by the sections that you add on top of it. Once you get up to the top, then I have that footage already done and recorded, so I'll insert it here. But that is how you make a tail. My original tail took about 13.5 hours to finish. I don't know how long the small ones are going to take to finish because these ones are a lot smaller. Here's my original tail. It's more for like an adult. It's more for me because it's a fox. This one is going to be about half the length of it, really, so it's not going to take as long. But I will finish this small one up, and I will insert a picture here, and then also tell you how many hours on the picture there, how long it took me to complete the small tail for one of my kids. Then I have another one ready to go for the other kid that I teach. So yeah, this is gonna be their Christmas present. They don't know about it, which is exciting. Because I told them that I wouldn't because of how long it took me to make this guy. Which I love this tail. It is so nice and soft, and then literally if you touch it and like poke it at the braid, the middle, the core braid, because I did such high detail in it, it literally does feel like a spine, like you would expect. If you ever felt like a cat's tail and actually like grabbed like a fluffy cat's tail or a dog's tail, it feels like you can feel their spine in their tail. That's what it feels like in this, so it's pretty cool. But this is this one. Theirs is not going to look anywhere near like this because I ran out of this bright red, this color here, which is a bummer. I might have to get some more, but yep. I'm going to be working with the remainder of this, and I'm actually going to put in some of the green because I cut all of the green out of for my tail, but I kind of like the effect that the green is giving. I think it looks really cool. And then against the red it'll look more brown, so yeah, I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I'm kind of excited to see now, but I will update you once it's done.